Hey girlfriends, it's Meech. Welcome back to my channel. Y'all, we just not even gonna talk about it, okay? We just gonna not even address the elephant in the room. Anyways, y'all, I'm gonna show y'all in this video how I achieve this beautiful flower wall, including the sign from stuff from the Dollar Tree and from Lowe's. So without further ado, let's get right into this video. So we're just going to go right into our local Lowe's, y'all, and we are going to go in the back where the carpet is, and we are going to pick up this $21.98 green rug. Super affordable for the size that it is, and for our project. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that right into the cart. I really would have preferred to buy this, but you know, your girl is still frugal, okay? So I just had to make it do what it do and figure out how to do this myself, because y'all know them signs be like $300 alone. So basically what I'm doing here is I'm just measuring this on the wall of my store. For those of you who do not know, your girl just opened up her first retail location. Hey girl, hey. So you know, I'm trying to be penny pinching, okay? But anyways, I'm just measuring this. Ooh girl, you are struggling, honey. Look at you, girl. Ooh. Anyways, so I am just marking where the wall ends, because that excess carpet, I'm going to cut it off. Okay, y'all, so really quickly, I'm going to show y'all the marks that I made on this. So this right here is basically where my head stops at on this. So I want to make sure that whenever I do the neon sign, that it's above that. So anytime I take a picture in front of it or anybody else does, you'll always see my store name, Black Rose. That's what this first line is. This second line right here is the one that I just marked in the store, where this is where the wall ends. So this is a little bit wider than my wall is. So we're going to take that excess and we're actually going to cut it off. But that also allows me to see where I need to place this Black Rose at, as far as the neon sign is concerned, because obviously I want it centered. So if I would have just put it right here and just went and hung it up, then it would have been so off center. So make sure that you guys take your super simple measurements. Like I said, this first measurement right here, this line is my height. I'm like me standing up straight, this is my height. So I want to make sure that the sign goes above that. And then again, this line right here is the width of my wall. So I want to cut off this excess as well. So far, those are all the measurements that I believe that I'm gonna need. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. Okay, you guys, so here I am just measuring where that 7 inches was that we're going to cut off, and I'm just going to continue to mark the 7 inches from the top of the rug, the middle of the rug, the bottom of the rug. And where I marked that 7 inches in those different places, I'm going to use those and draw a straight line to connect all of those marks. And the reason why I decided to do it this way, excuse me, is because I wanted to make sure that when I cut the excess rug off, that it is as straight as possible. Because again, this is going up against a wall and the line on the wall is pretty straight. And I didn't want to go to hang the flower wall and then maybe at the bottom, it doesn't quite meet the end of the wall because I cut it crooked. So I will show you guys this up close, the line that I draw, the straight line that I draw after I'm finished with these measurements. And it's super simple. Once you guys see it, you'll be like, girl, why you just didn't say draw a straight line? But you have to be very detailed about this stuff, y'all, because if you don't, and then you go and cut it and now your line is crooked, now you mad at me. And I just, you know, I'm just trying to get you together. Okay, y'all, so this line that I just made going all the way down is basically where I'm going to use as my guide to cut. So I made it a little less than the 7 inches that I showed y'all. So say like 7 inches is like here. I made my line just a little bit further out just to kind of give me some allowance, like so I don't cut it way too short and then like pieces of the wall are sticking out. And then this again is where I marked my height. So since I'm going to cut this off, I went ahead and I marked it again on the piece that I'm keeping. So now we're just going to go ahead and we're going to cut this excess off, and then we're going to get started. Okay, you guys, so I know that this can be super intimidating with all the measurements, but again, it's super simple. Now that we've cut off that excess piece, I am going to just measure the width of this, and basically what's that's going to tell me is where I need to put my letters. So I'm just going to eyeball this, you guys. It doesn't have to be precise. I have 8 letters. I'm marking where the middle of this is, so I know 4 need to go on one side and 4 need to go on the other side. This is the rope light that we're using. This was $20 at Lowe's, y'all, for 24 feet of rope light, and this is how we're going to make our letters. So I would actually suggest you getting something longer than what you need so you can have the excess rope to plug into the wall, because you don't want it to be too short. Now I'm just going to go in and I'm just going to mark like approximately where I want my letters to go. Again, this is eyeballing. It doesn't have to be perfect, because once you get the rope light on there, it may be bigger. You may decide that you want it smaller. So yeah, this is just however you want. This is up to you. Okay, y'all, so I know what y'all thinking, and I was thinking the same thing too. Like, what is this, girl? But just bear with me. Okay, y'all, so I know right now this looks a complete mess, okay? So just bear with me. This looks like stuff all over the place. So basically what I did was I started off by kind of mapping out where I wanted my words to go. And this just made it easier for me. Now it's not going to be exact, and that's okay. If you do want it to be exact, like if you write it out to the exact size of lighting that you have, then that's fine. But mine is not going to be exact. Where I started with my B, I just went ahead and made my B, and I had already taped it in place. And this is before I even started gluing it down. But if you guys can see right here, I did not glue this end piece down, and this is super important, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a nice little slit right here, and I'm going to actually tuck this behind it. Basically, I just don't want that hanging in the front of the sign, because then we're going to have to try to conceal it. So I just have a box cutter right here, and if you're not an adult, please get help. Do not do this part by yourself. I'm going to just go ahead and put a nice size slit in this, just so that it can go right through. Okay, that should be enough space, hopefully. If not, we'll make it big. Pull this through on the other side. So now you guys can see it's behind. And now I'm just gonna take the glue, and I'm gonna continue this process of gluing these letters down. This is already glued down, so you guys can see this is pretty sturdy, and this is the glue that I'm using, the Gorilla Super Glue Gel, okay? So that's what I'm using for this project. It's super simple. See, this is not down yet. I just have it taped in place kind of as a guide. So I'm just going to go through and just continue to glue these down. And I'm actually going to leave the tape on there even after I glue them down, just so that it gives it a chance to set in place without me having to hold it. It'll just give the glue a chance to cure. So at this point, I've completed all my letters. And basically I just, again, bent them all how I wanted them to be with the rope light, and then just glued it down. And now I'm just taking that box cutter again, and I'm cutting another slit for the last piece at the very end, so it's not hanging down in the front. And then I'm just going to stick that behind it, and I'm going to plug it up so you guys can see how it looks before I hang it up on the wall and start putting the flowers up. Okay, y'all, so I don't know about what y'all think, but I think for what, approximately $20 for just the rope light and $20 for the background of the flyer wall, that's $40. I think that this is a great steal. Shout out to my nephew and his Power Ranger, y'all. He's the only person who helped me on this wall, and it took me a long time, but again, I saved a lot of money. Here's another day, y'all. At this point, I'm beat. I'm looking crazy because I've basically renovated this whole entire store myself, but I'm just pulling the head off of the flowers, so actually the flower, and I'm pulling it off the stem, and there's like a little tiny stem part still left on there, and the flower is not going to stick to the wall if you don't cut that off and make it a flat surface. Okay, you guys, so quick tip. I feel like that it's easier, as you guys can see, like I have the darkest pink at the top, and then it goes to a lighter pink. So then next I'm gonna go into this kind of like soft orange, and then I'm gonna go into this tan, and then I'm gonna finish it off with the white. The best tip that I can give you is to go through and just go ahead and take all the flowers apart, and clip the little piece that's still hanging first before you start on the wall. So then once you start on the wall, it's just you can glue and just go you don't have to like stop and cut in between. Now another thing that I advise, or that can help you get through quicker, are you see these little flowers like this that have like multiple flowers on one stem? That is gonna help you get through quicker because it's kind of like filler, so you are not gluing so many flowers. Like I have a lot of flowers glued on here too, but a lot of them are also these, and they fill up a lot of space. So I will also recommend not passing on these. Of course, it's an option, it's if you want to. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and start gluing. So, the rest of these, actually, because I'm almost finished with the pink, so I want to go ahead and finish off gluing these, and then I'm going to go ahead and get into the orange. So this is the same day, y'all. I just took my hoodie off because your girl was in there really working. Okay, like I said, I renovated this whole entire store pretty much myself. I do have all the videos from the renovations, how it looked when I first got it, to the process, and just renovating all this stuff. So yeah, your girl spent maybe $160 on this, and it did take me a couple of days, I will say that, but that was the price that I was willing to pay to save a little bit of money, a lot of money actually, because these flower walls and these signs, they be taxing. Okay, but yeah, I'm definitely trying to save money because your girl just opened this store in the middle of a panoramic, in the middle of a pandemonium, all that. Okay, I know it's pandemic, y'all, just relax, okay? Because I know some of y'all gonna be in the comments talking about, you mean a pandemic? Girl, lighten up, okay? But anyways, y'all, thank y'all so much for watching. I hope I made this as simple as possible to understand. If you have any questions whatsoever, feel free to ask. Yeah, that's it. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow your girl on Instagram at Meech Nicole, and I will see y'all, God willing, in the next video. I hope y'all are doing well. Peace.